So with almost every video on this page, you might have noticed that I like games. I know, it's a hard ask, right? Well, it's true. I've been playing games since I was a baby. Literally 3 years after I was born, my dad bought the Xbox 360 day one, and I was watching him saw people in the mulch in Gears of War, and then soon followed in his footsteps but with the gore turned off. Playing, loving, and admiring this media has always been above all my other hobbies, and it'll probably stay like that until I'm dead. Now, experiencing one hell of a good time by yourself is always a treat, but imagine that same feeling, but your best friend is also there by your side.
You guys fucking the hell out of me.
It can't be topped, and that's where multiplayer games come into play. Now, I'm not here to argue on what type of game is better, single player or multiplayer, as both of them just have so much to offer players, and I would have to be downright IGN to throw a label on a certain one. What I'm here to talk about is multiplayer games, more specifically, one little subgenre that got the middle finger when it comes to slang names, Friendslop. I don't like that name. I don't think games under it really deserve such an insulting name, and that's what we're here to talk about. What is a friendslop? So as an outsider looking in, it may be confusing to nail down what a friendslop game even is. You may even start to rope in other games that are close to the genre by accident. But when it comes down to it, the most important piece to identify a friendslop game is...
Oh, there's a gift.
Oh, it's a GIF. I think I pronounced it.
friends. Now let's throw a couple main hitters on the wall real quick. Lethal Company, Peak, Repo, and then some mystery ones that we'll get into later so I have some arguing points or whatever. All of these games can be played solo, but it's very clear that the main intent was to play with your friends or even random people. Lethal Company and Repo use multiple players to help navigate large spaces quickly and continue progress through the game loop quickly, allowing for players to adapt to new challenges thrown at them with each coming level, while also seeing their friends fall prey to survival of the fittest or sometimes survival of the stupidest.
Come here.
Oh no.
Peak, on the other hand, is all about the trek. Safety is sure in numbers, but one foolish mistake from another person's path can bring the entire team down if you're not careful. These games thrive on failure, often leading to some of the most entertaining moments you can have with another person in a game.
Watch out for that jellyfish, Eli! No! Eli! I got you.
Okay, alright,
And that's all made even better with this thing called proximity chat. Sure, the games would still be great if it was just normal game chat, but you can really feel the difference when something like this happens.
That's enough.
Shit.
Alright, pause. So about 2 years ago I hosted a giveaway for one free ranch jug from Sam's. A bunch of you commented trying to get your hands on that ranch jug, but only one person was able to win it. So I got his mailing information and I sent it out to him, and I completely forgot to put him in any video afterwards. So here he is now. Congratulations, Brandon from Minnesota, for winning the ranch jug. Anyways, back to the video. It just adds so much to the game that wouldn't be there if it was just some standard game chat. And honestly, it makes it seem like some of these clips online would be dubbed over if they came out in like 2014 due to how well they fit into the world of the game. Honestly, that's really all you need for some good friendslop action. A goal, a fun setting, and a close-knit pack of friends. So what's up with the hate? Billions must not have fun. So if there's one thing the internet is phenomenal at doing, it's completely ruining the fun for the player base of a game. And I'm not gonna go out on a whim and say that all the criticism thrown at these games isn't valid. Like, the biggest one is usually, the games are literally made to farm engagement off of content creators to sell their soulless game to babies and other infantile creatures. Like, that's definitely the case for some of the games thrown into the market of friendslop and other genres, but it's also hurting developers of games that actually deserve praise for how fun and well made the games are. I think the creators of these big games took inspiration from how people reacted to more solo or serious focused games on YouTube. Like, there's not a doubt in my mind that the creator of Peak watched Markiplier's series on Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, and how Mark reacted to every step of the game and was like, what if we could do that just with our friends? And then made it more cutesy to appeal to a wider audience, because if your main way to play the game is going to be multiplayer, you're going to need to appeal to a large audience. Even more so if you're an indie developer. Like, you need that publicity of creators and platforms like YouTube and TikTok to actually sell the game you worked months or even years on. I just feel like people these days are so cynical on anything another person likes, so they just decide to dumb it down just because they aren't into it anymore, or usually didn't even play it in the first place. Like, don't get me wrong, I like bashing shit that other people like watching or playing. Toast and Corpse Husband Funniest and Sweetest Among Us Twitch compilations make me want Make me want to write a manifesto longer than the Unibombers on why kids these days don't know real content creators like Bridge Guy and Layup at iDubbbz and Filthy Frank, and how much penis ass these games suck. Like I wasn't on Among Us like 2 weeks ago previous, straight crashing out on my friends for getting me voted off for no reason, when I was actually the imposter the entire time. At least when I throw shit at a game, it's usually one I enjoy playing or at least have given the proper chance to appeal to me in some way. Like mascot horror is a genre that I'll gladly shit on without playing most of the games, because most of them provide little in terms of differentiating each other. But there's some exceptions to that rule. FNAF was kind of the precursor to all that shit, and I love the 6 main first games besides maybe Sister Location. Baldi's Basics is another one that I love just because of how dumb the entire game is and doesn't take itself seriously at all. But then you get games like Garden of Banban and its 4,000 fucking sequels and prequels, and goddamn Poppy Playtime, where it's just a walking simulator for YouTubers to play and overreact when something slightly startling happens. Like I said, there's bad Friendslop games that just try to cash in on the trend that's going on. Good lord, fucking Roblox has straight rips on other games that I can't believe they just got away with. Content Warning is a game that I would almost put in the barrel of Friendslop just because it came out right when Lethal Company was really going crazy.
What is that? Hello. What if that's like explosion?
And if you get bored of the game after 10 or 15 hours of playtime, the games are usually lower than 10 bucks a pop. So if we're going by an hour played per dollar spent, you're getting your money's worth. And you'll probably end up coming back to it in a couple months and playing it again and having fun anyways. Because they're always trying to update these games to keep players active. Because once again, they're small indie developers and they're trying to do as much as they can to support the game that they spent months and years working on. Coming back full circle, the term Friendslop is so vague. Like, is Outlast Trials a Friendslop game? It's literally in the same area as Lethal Company or Repo, but really fucking scary. What about Phasmophobia? Is that in here too? Just because I can play with strangers or friends in prox chat with a goal in mind just automatically gets these games thrown into an insult pit, when they definitely were not just thrown together in a month and hauled out just to fit the next YouTube trend. Like, fuck, Repo started out in 2023 after the studio's first game bombed, and then they crunched to get it playable in 2024 and early 2025, and that's with 5 or so devs. Lethal Company was a solo dev through all of its early access period for almost 3 years working by himself. Both of these games are still receiving updates, so it's unfair to label them as slop in any form at all. That's a really harsh word these days. AI slop, short slop, goy slop? Good lord, fucking kill me if I'm ever thrown into the goy slop pile. I saw the term friend-like online, and that seems more appropriate for games like this. Friendslop should definitely just be used for those true cash cow fuck-ass Roblox games that I see all the time, and others like it. But keep the quality away from the slop to show these devs that work their asses off on these games that their shit is quality, and they deserve the praise that they're getting. Cause who knows the amount of sacrifice they had to make to bring you the funny game where you can get your shit blown smooth off by a blind man with a shotgun. This is a quick video I wanted to make. Hell, I wrote the script in the time it took me to listen to all of Uncle Jazz. Sorry for not uploading at all this year, but hey, I just got my office done, so hopefully more videos will entail shorter than a year. If you think I'm wrong, or want to throw your 2 cents into the hat, let me know in the comments, and if you want to see more of me, make sure to like and subscribe, and try that new hype button YouTube dished out, because I don't know what it does, but maybe it'll be helpful for a small guy like me. That's all I got. I'll see you in the next one.